In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a map out of a digitized image, right? So we've referenced the image, we've digitized the image. Now we are going to create a map out of the image. You know that a map basically will have towns, rivers, whatever, like certain landmarks. It will have a scale, it will have a north arrow. Yes, so we are going to add all those things. Then we use the map to find certain things. Maybe I want to know the area of certain things. We'll do that. Certain distances on the map. We're going to do that as well. But then let's continue. So with this my map, I want to show district capitals. I want to show rivers. Yes, I want to show towns, rivers. Then I also want to show district capitals on my map. So now, in order to do this, I'll simply have to import them onto the map. So what I'm going to do is I'm simply coming to catalog. Then I locate my folder, right? You're going to locate a folder where those roads, rivers, towns, and stuffs are, right? So yes, I have them here. So I have them in my ArcGIS project. Yes, so I have them in my ArcGIS project. So I want to show, let's say, let me start from the beginning so that I choose what I want to show. Yeah, so let me scroll down. Should I show my regions? Okay, let's say I want to show regions. So when this dialog box comes out, I simply just have to close it, right? So I want to show my regions, right? Then I want to show, let me also show, so I've shown regions. I want to show rivers, so I drag that one to close. I've shown rivers, road. I want to show roads as well, so I drag roads, it shows up. Then I want to also show what again? Roads. Let me scroll down. I want to show towns. I close it. Then let me scroll down as well. Towns. I've shown towns. What again do I want to show? Is that all for me? Okay. But then no, I want to show district capitals too. So I show district capital. Yeah. So I have them in here. But then you realize that it's shown for everything for the whole Ghana, right? But I just want them to be in my catchment. The georeference, the digitized image, which is the SH. I only want the towns, rivers, and things should be in the catchments. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to clip them onto the catchments. I'm going to clip them one. We don't do bulk clipping. You clip one. So this is what I'm going to do. I'll come to geoprocessing. You can see clip. Then you select clip. Then over here, input feature. So input feature means what do you want to clip? So first of all, I want to clip regions. So I'm going to select regions. Let's see, it will take some time. Yeah, so regions. Then clip feature. What do you want to clip onto? So I want to clip onto this catchment, which here I've saved SH. So I'm going to click that. Then I'm going to save it. Output feature class. I'm going to browse through a folder. Okay, I think I should save it here. I want to save it here. Then I'm going to save it as, this was regions, right? So let me save it as regions regions underscore sh. Let me save it this way. Save. Then I can click on OK. When you look here, you see that it's clipping, right? It will take some time. Realize that it's clipping. Yes, now clipping successful. You can see that clipping is successful. So now I have my regions clipped. So I'll uncheck the initial regions, which is this one. I'm going to uncheck that, right? After unchecking that, I can simply remove it or whatever. So I can just remove it. So realize that now I have regions, right? But so you are going to clip for each and everything over here. So again, geoprocessing, clip, input feature. Now what again should I, okay, so district capitals. Then what are you clipping on? You are clipping on the SH. Then you select this portion. Yeah. Then this was district capital. So district underscore capital. underscore sh. Then I save it. Then I can click OK. It's clipping. It's clipping. Yeah. So clipping successful. Then I can uncheck the first one, which is this. Then I can remove this. So right click, then remove. Then again, geoprocessing, clip. What do I want? I want to clip towns onto sh. I click here. So this is towns. So I have towns underscore sh. Save. Okay. So this is clipping. Yeah, clipped successful. And I can remove the first one, right click, remove. I'm removing them because I do not want my table of content to contain a whole lot of stuff. So now I'm not done. Geoprocessing, clip, input feature. I'm going to clip roads onto my catchment, this is sh. Then over here, I select the full thing. This is roads, right? So roads underscore sh. Save. This is my own name. It doesn't mean you should also save it this way. You save it in a way you know, you see it. But later on, you will change them to perfect names because on a map, you don't want to see rows underscore something. So you change them. But for now, this is what we are going to do. So the rows has also been clipped. So now I can remove that one as well. Now, last one, geoprocessing, clip. And the last thing I have to click over here is my, what have I not clicked? I think I haven't clicked my towns. Oh no, I've clicked my towns. I've clicked my district capital. What haven't I clicked? Let's go back and see. Yeah, so I think I've clicked everything. Oh yeah, so I did not remove the town. Since I've clicked it, I can go ahead and remove it. Yes, so now I realize that everything here is now inside my catchment. Everything here is now inside my catchment, right? Yes, everything here is now inside my catchment. Now, I realize that they've been arranged. So this one, in the table of contents, they are arranged points, line, and polygon. So you can see these are points, there's a line, there's a polygon, right? So I've done this, but I do not want this, I do not want this thing, right? So let's say that now we have, so if it's an exams question, you just, this is basically what you have to do. Then you just have, from here, you have to just follow what the question will say. So sometimes the person will say, make this hollow and do that, make this do like, So now I'm just going to apply certain aesthetics to this because this doesn't look nice. So this is what I want to do. I want to categorize my regions, right? I want to categorize my regions. So this is my region. I'm going to right click on my region, go to properties. I'm going to categorize my regions so that you know which regions are here. Then I come to categorize, categories. So there's categories, right? Then under categories, yeah, so this region should be region. And I'm going to uncheck this, then say add all values, right? So after adding all values, you realize that then I can come to my color ramp and select a color of my choice. So I want, let me just take, let me change it. I want to use, I want to use this. Yes. Then over here, I can simply apply. Then now I click on OK. So realize that my regions has been categorized. Now, how many regions do I have in this map? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 regions in this catchment. 7 regions in this catchment. Yes. So this is what I have. Now, I want to, you can't see my towns, you can't see my district capitals and all that. So I'm going to also apply aesthetics to this. So I'm going to right click on this. I want to change the symbol for the town. Right click on it. Then I come to properties. Then I'll simply come to from properties, I'll come to symbology, right? Then I select the symbol over here. Then I'm going to change. So I'm going to use this dot and I want to give it a color of red. Let me give it a color of red. Then I think the size is okay. So, okay. Then I apply. Then, okay. So these are the number of district capitals in my, the number of district capitals in my catchment. The number of district capitals in my catchment. Then also, I want to, yeah. So this, you just be playing around. But then this looks clumsy, and since the tutorial section, I'm just good. But for the exam's sake, you just follow what you've been told. So let's assume that the exams you were doing, they did not ask you to show district capital. So let me just remove it. Right, I've removed it. They didn't say I should show, they didn't also ask me to show towns. So let me remove the, okay, let me just say they asked me to show towns. But they also asked me to show, let's say they asked me to show regional capitals. But I realized I didn't bring the regional capital. So I'll come to my catalog. Then I look for regional, so this is my regional capitals. Then I drag it here. Then now what do I have to do? I have to clip it onto it because I do not want the outside ones. So I have to clip it onto it. So I go to geoprocessing, clip. What am I clipping? Regional capitals onto what? Regional capitals onto my catchment, SH. Then I save it. So this regional capital. So regional underscore capital underscore SH. Note, you can't leave space. When you're saving things like you can't leave space. That's why I put the hyphen over there. Right. Save. Then I can, okay. So clipping, it's clipping. Now clipping has been successful. So I can remove the first one, can remove the first regional capitals. Where is it? Regional capitals. Can remove the first one. Where is it? Yeah, this is it. So I can uncheck it and just go ahead and remove it. Right. So now I want to you see that you can't see where the original capital is. So let's just make it this thing. So you can simply click on regional, right click on it, right? You can select it, right click on it, then come to symbology. Or you can simply, you see the symbol over here, you can simply double click on the symbol. It opens like this for you. Then I'm going to select this and I want to make it red. So let me make it red. Then, okay. So you can now see your regional capital, meaning that on this map, we have just a single regional capital. There is just one regional capital on this map. Despite we having regions here, don't be confused. The fact that you realize that this is not the whole, this is, if you know the Ghana map very well, you realize that Volta region is somewhere over here. And you can even see the color is green. So meaning that this is Volta region, but this is not the whole Volta region. Meaning that the regional capital for Volta region is not located in this small area. Can you see that? So now I have my towns, I have my regions, but then I want to also show, I want to show the towns, the names of the towns, as well as I want to show the names of the towns. I also want to show the names of the regional capitals. So this is my towns, right? Select my towns, I right click on my towns. You can see label features. Then just click on label features. Now the towns will show, right? I'm going to do same for my regional capital. Right click, select it, show label features, and the label. But then I want to make its label stand out. So I'm going to right click on regional capitals. I come to properties. Then I'll come to labels. So over here, I can make the label stand. I can make it bold. I can increase the size to, let's say, 16, right? I can change the color from, let me make the color stand out. So let me make the color red as well. I can apply, and then okay. So when you check your map, you see that I have just one single listing, which is the Koforidua, right? You can see Koforidua over here, then the regional capital, then other towns. So this is it, but this is not a map. So let's see, basically, this is what you are asked to do. So you realize that in the exams, last, is it third year, second semester exams, GIS for KNS2 students, you were asked to do this, right? Do this. You were asked to, in the question, the second part of the question, you were asked to do this. But so we'll do the third part as well in other subsequent videos. But the second part of the question, we asked to do this, right? So now note that this is not a map. So we want to create a map. So in order to create a map has a legend, it has a scale, and has a north arrow, right? So we are going to do that. Now, if you've watched other our previous videos, you realize that we talked about the introduction of GIS, we talked about the tools. So we are in the data mode, data view now. But if you want to create a map, you have to switch this from the data view into the layout view. So now let's go to the layout view. In order for us to go to the layout view, we can simply come down here. So this is the data view, this is the layout view, then you click on it. Better still, you can come to view, then you can go to layout view. It doesn't change anything. So now I have this. But usually maps are landscape and not portrait. But this is portrait. But we want to make our map landscape. So we can simply come here, then go to change layout, right? Change layout. Then when you go to change layout, you come to ISO. Then you look for ISO A4 landscape. So this ISO A4 landscape. Then finish. If yours already in landscape, no problem. So now mine is in landscape, right? Then I can maybe zoom whole window. Then I can now have this. This is very small. So you can simply, let me select this. 1 to 1. And now I have this. Okay. I have this now. So I'm going to add my north arrow and other stuffs to this. So let's say I have this. Let me just simply extend this. I'm going to add my north arrow and other stuffs to this. To add your north arrow and other things to make this a map, simply come to insect. We've already done this in other videos, but let's still do insect. Then you can see north arrow. So just select north arrow. Then select the one of your choice. I like this one. Then okay. So you realize that it has been added over here. So I'm just going to expand it to extend the size. Then I'm going to position that here. Let me position that here. So I have my north arrow. The next thing is to add my scale. So again, I go to insert, then scale. So scale bar. So I select my scale. Select any one of your choice. So I want this scale. Then okay. My scale has been added, but usually the scale is added down. So I'm going to take my scale down here. Yeah, so let me keep my scale here. If you want to edit your scale, you just have to select right, click on it. Then you edit it. So properties. Then you edit it. But then I want it this way, so I'm just going to keep it. If you want how to edit, I've already shown in the previous videos how to edit the scale, so you can go ahead and edit it. Now, the next thing is I want to add my legend. So again, I go to insert, then legend. You can see legend. So I add legend. Right. Now over here, pay attention. You can see map layers and you can see legend items. So the legend items here is what will show on your map. You see that you have town SH, town rows. This is not how maps are. So you just come back here. We are going to edit the names over here. So the SH, I'm going to right click on this. Then I'm going to properties. Then I'm going to change the name. So properties. Then I'll come to general. So the name is SH. I'm going to change it to, let's say, I'm going to change it to catchment or whatever they ask you to name it, catchment. Yeah, so I'm going to name it as catchment. So catchment, then apply, then okay. Then these regions, okay, so I'm just going to again right click properties, then go to general. Then I'm just for that one, I'm just going to remove the SH because it's regions. So okay. Then I'm going to do that for the roads. Or simply I can double click on this twice. Yeah. Then rows. So apply and okay. Then the last one, towns. So I can even edit here, towns. So now again, I can go back to add my legend. So insert legend. So now I can see that my original capitals. Oh, okay, I didn't edit my, so I'll come here. Then I'm going to edit my original capitals. Yes. So now insert legend. So you realize that in the legend item, this is what is going to show. And the names make sense. If you assume you want to, there is something here that must not belong here. You simply have to select that thing. Then you click on this, any of the arrows. When I click on this arrow, it takes it to the other side. Right. But then I want it. So if you want to bring something, move something from here to this side, select that item, then take it there. Right. And you realize that I told you that it's points, lines, and polygons. Region is a point. It doesn't have to be down. So simply going to move it to the top. Yes. So now I have this a point, this a point, this a line, this a polygon, this is a polygon. So I can go to then I set column items. I want to leave it at 1. I want to leave it at 1. Okay, no, let me set column items to 2. It's based on your preference. Then next. Then over here, just going to next. Next. Yes, but I'm going to select the catchment. Then I'm going to make the catchment a natural area. I'm going to do same for the regions. So regions, the area, I'm simply going to make it a natural area as well. Then next, then finish. Finish. Realize that my legend has also been created. My legend has also been created. This is my legend. Yeah, so I have my legend now. So now I have my, let me see, I have my not arrow. I have my, in fact, I have my map, right? I have my map. Oh, let's go back. Oh, let me come here. Zoom to layer. So a map will have a legend, will have a title, will have a legend, a skill, and all that. But then I'm left with one more thing. A map also has, don't forget that a map also has, how do we call it? It has graticals, okay? A map also has, which is the coordinates. The graticals are the coordinates. So a map also has coordinates, right? Don't forget that a map has coordinates. So we are going to add coordinates to, oh, where do I have this thing displayed? So we are going to add coordinates to this map. So in order to add coordinates to this map, you have to come to view. Sorry, go to, yes, view, then data frame properties. When you come to data frame properties, you can see grades. So you select grades, then new grade. Then make sure you select graticals over here. Then next. Then you select labels only. Labels only. Then over here, you adjust this to make sure that, yeah, so you adjust this. Sometimes these coordinates will not show on the map, but then let me just maintain it like this and let's see. So next, then over here, so maybe you can increase the text size. Let's see, 14, and maybe you can make it bold. Then okay, then next, then maybe you can select this side and finish. Yes. So over here, you can simply select apply, then yes. So you can see that my graticals have been shown on the map. My graticals have been shown on the map over here. So I have my graticals shown on the map. But then there are too many, so I want to adjust them. So I'm going to select the gratical, then I go to properties. Properties. Yeah. So over here, I want my gratical to show only at the it should show at the, should I even show it at the top? Yes, I want just the top and the right, right? I want the top and no, yes, sir. It depends on you. But then for me, let me say I want the left and the bottom. Yes, I want the left and the bottom. So I'm going to uncheck the top. Then I'll uncheck the right as well. I want the left and the bottom. Then I want it in degree minutes, yes. Then yeah. And where should the orientation be? So vertical labels, select left. Then I can simply click on OK. Then I can apply. So let's say I am going to apply. Then just click on yes. So I have my labels. Yeah, you can see that my labels are now at the left and the bottom, right? Assuming that you did this and it didn't work, you want to remove it, you can simply remove grid and you create a new grid. So I have my grid now. So now the rest is just to adjust your map such that it looks presentable. You realize that my map doesn't look presentable at all. So you just have to adjust your map, but then I'm going to keep it this way for the sake of, this is just a tutorial sake. So I'm just going to leave it that way. I just wanted you to see how things are done. Yeah. You also know that a map will have a title, right? So to add a title, just simply go to insert, then you add title. So let's see. Should I say map of what? Let me just say map of water catchment. Is it like just any name, probably maybe the name they will give you, and just then so this that's appeared here. So I'm simply going to drag it here. Yeah. So now I have my map. Let me export. I have my map here now. Let me export my map so that you see how it looks like. So I'm going to file. Then I'll come to. So I'm going to export my map, right? I'm going to export my map. So you go to file, export map. It takes some time. Yeah. Yes. So I'm going to export it as JPEG, right? Depending on what they ask you to. And sometimes they'll tell you to set the resolution. So you set the resolution over here. Sometimes they'll tell you 100, 150, depend. Sometimes to the file, they'll tell you to name it as JPEG, as PDF, as PNG, whatever. So I'm just leaving these details like that. So I'm going to name, let me just name it as SH catch. Let me just name it this way. Depending on how they'll tell you to name it. So you read the instructions. Then I'll browse how, so I want to save it somewhere I can see. So let me simply save it on desktop. Right. Let me save it on desktop. Then I can save. So let's go. I've saved. Let's go and look at how it looks like. Let's look at how it looks like. So this is it. I'm simply going to open it. Let's look at how it looks like. So this is my map. This is how my map looks like now. Neatly done. Right. Good. From scratch to the end. But then you can sometimes be asked to answer certain questions also. So let's say that from here we are asked to, they say, what is the total area? Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to show you how to answer certain questions. So watch the next videos and see how you analyze certain things on the map, how you know certain areas, line shapes, and all that. Follow the next video, watch the next video for more details.